now, then we'll do our little preamble, and then when it's past, we can go, right, we're live, so we'll be on time. But it had already gone past by that point. So once this kicks in, and I know we're on, we'll go.
Am I having a glasses on day or a glasses off day? I'll have a glasses on day. Important decisions being made here today. Guys, we've got 2 Spirit jerseys on the go, haven't we?
Yes.
Nice.
Still not started for me.
That's why I'm still talking. This
40 seconds in. It's not showing up on here
This is one of those
yeah.
SPF ones that you can swim in. Swim Blizzard Beach. I'd turn around, but it's a bit difficult in my current situation.
And this is my emergency Spirit jersey from when it downpoured at Disney Springs.
Guys, it's time to start.
Okay.
All right.
Like, because we are just rambling on.
Well, I was waiting until I got the okay that we're live.
That was the okay.
Are we live? Can you see us?
Yeah.
Wave if you can see us.
And we should... Are we the right way around?
No.
No, we're still not the... I flipped the camera and everything. I think it's something to do with YouTube.
Right.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Hey there, hi there, ho there, Disney pals, and welcome to another Disneyland Paris show. We are one more week without Chris. Boo hoo 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 hoo.
Rubbish.
But in his place, we've got a diminutive rain, a raindrop, if you will, by the name of Bonnie.
Yes.
Matt, if you've not been here before, I always forget to introduce myself. I'm Lucy. This is Hugh. This is usually Chris.
I am Chris.
You are Chris, but today it's Bonnie to fill in the 3rd seat. She is our offspring. We made her. We're rather proud of her.
And she's going to talk nice and loudly today, aren't you, Bonnie?
Yes. Yes.
Until you forget.
Okay, and the first announcement I have to make, guys,
is
there is no news. There is news, and we're going to talk about it, but I haven't written the news the way I usually do due to crushing deadlines for work and the fact that I've just come off a Zoom call. Which went on longer. In fact, it went on till 8:25, so I've literally just come off it.
We're going to wing it, but there's lots to talk about.
It's going to be like improv. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, we kind of do know what's going to happen because we have a rough format, don't we?
We do?
Yes.
So we're going to have, when I see who's in the chat, we're going to do some news.
Yeah.
What? Any hints about some of the news coming up? There's a lot of things opening.
Okay, I'll give a headline of Bring the Thunder.
Ooh, what could that be? Well, it is raining here at 37 Disney Street. Good.
It is.
We need it.
There's one of those skies that gives me a mild headache.
Shall I see who's in the chat then?
Yes.
Yes.
Please, do.
I wonder who it is.
Why?
First in the chat today is Bonnie. So, you know. But she kind of cheats because she waits until I make the show schedule and then I tell her. So I cheat as well. And then she's first in the chat.
Second but I don't ask for that. That's not my fault. I'm not cheating.
Yeah, but you like that. Second in the chat is Jen, who says second in the chat. Ruthie's here, looking forward to today's show. A perfect way to end my birthday.
Happy birthday. Do you know, once when I was a teacher, I'm still a teacher, but when I ran my own dance school, someone got an extra private lesson as their birthday present, and I was their birthday present. I know.
Well, shall we sing the jingle that we don't have, because Chris normally plays it?
Okay. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Can't pitch
That's because I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, I'm not good at my harmonies.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. That's what it is. Anyway, happy birthday, Ruthie.
Happy birthday, Ruthie.
We got John in the chat. Evening, guys. Excited for the show. Actually excited.
Me too.
Can you imagine?
Me too.
Andrew is here. Andrew P. Hello. Has anyone seen Elio? Is it even pronounced Elio?
Elio.
Is it Elio?
Elio.
Oh, well.
Don't tell me you've been saying Elio.
Well, I've just realised I've never said it out loud.
We walked past the cinema today and you asked me, are you excited for Elio?
Yeah, I asked you sarcastically.
And I honestly, and I mean this, and you're going to hate me because you're watching a Disney podcast, I couldn't care less.
Wow.
It seems very, average Pixar these days.
It does. The last one I felt like this for, there must be something in the sci-fi that I don't like, with Strange Worlds. all the others, I genuinely do look forward to Disney films these days. Sometimes I don't because I'm cross about them, like Snow White or Toy Story 4. And other times I'm like, I'm half curious. But in this instance, I'm like, there's nothing about it that appeals to me. We'll watch it because we need to be able to talk to you lovely people.
Always give it a go.
Always give it a go.
Andrew H is here also, evening all, and Joey says, hey everyone, can't wait for the show. I'm having lung surgery tomorrow, so please give me all the good Disney news that you can, which I can dream of whilst under. Should we give some good news right now then?
Go on then.
Some actual news.
Big Thunder Mountain's open. Is that good news?
This is rubbish.
Was it shut?
It's been shut forever.
It's been shut for months, pal.
It's been shut for months. So it's looking glorious,
Okay.
and once again there'll be the thundering splashdown and the screams in the tunnel, and all the fireworks going up the hill, and it's all there. It's all there, looking fabulous, looking new and polished. So anybody who's got a Disney trip planned in Paris can look forward to Big Thunder Mountain. Those stateside will have to wait a bit longer.
I hope it all goes well, Joey, and dream of us. When you're in a dream of us.
That's so rubbish. But, I mean, that's good because, you know, we get things fixed, don't we?
We do. Guys, did you know there's an award-winning photographer in the chat right now?
Is it you?
It's Jay Scalesy.
Hey, Jay Scalesy.
Winner of the 37 Disney Street photography contest.
As soon as you said that, I knew.
Do you remember it was? Can we recreate it? Do you remember how it went? Everyone's hands in the middle going...
Yeah.
That was the photo. It was taken on teacups for those who don't know what we're on about.
That was great for the listeners. Scalesy says, hi. Maybe my last live for a short while as a drive over to DLP in 45 days. 9 of us going. You're taking a bus. My brother and his wife and daughter are joining us from Poland. 14 hours, I think, drive, I think they said.
Oh no.
Oof.
Wow.
That's brutal.
That'll be
some
mega
podcasts.
fun. But be ready to split up sometimes. 9 is a lot of people to corral. It's hard work. My advice is
You won't
kind of
get anything done.
lay the ground rules. Plan to meet up at 2 o'clock at the restaurant or something, and then small groups go off.
We have Bram.
Hi, Bram.
Hi all. Congrats, Ruthie. Seems like we are sharing our birthday. 7 days to DLP.
Oh, 7 days.
Sharing birthday today. Well, happy birthday, Bram, if it's today.
I mean, you
But
must
if it's
be
not today, happy birthday anyways, for whenever it is.
you must be half packed by now with 7 days to go.
Yeah.
Or are you?
Well, I wasn't, so...
Oh, you were. We'd got there were loads of stuff already in the case by
Yeah,
then.
but
You
my
kept thinking,
flight bag was empty.
flight bag takes a lot of consideration.
Pauline's here. I made her live. Been on the trains and baking birthday cake. This birthday's all over, flying all over the place, aren't they? Baking birthday cakes this weekend for the teenager. 2 days until I have a 13-year-old. Wow.
Oh.
I'll be you soon, buddy.
Do you remember that episode of the Harry Enfield show where Kevin the teenager, he was all bright-eyed and excited for his birthday,
He's
and
like,
then midnight
oh, here's
hit.
my birthday. Oh, brilliant. Yeah.
And then the midnight hit, and he went, oh, I hate you.
What's good about that is that character existed for like quite a while before. It's not like they can't have been building up to that. I just think it's just a great idea just to take an existing character. Was it called Little Brother or no?
I can't remember.
Don't think so. To take that existing character and then just completely change what it was into something like a bit of a cultural icon. If you don't know what we're talking about, look up Kevin Harry Enfield. We'll have to show you, Bonnie, because you don't know what we're talking about, do you?
Yeah, I don't want to get any ideas. She's so sweet right now.
Good luck, Joey, says Jen. Wishing you a good surgery and a great recovery. And happy birthday, Ruthie, says Jen. Also, Cheryl is here. And Cheryl says, quite simply, I'm in the chat.
You're in the chat.
Yes,
I think
you are.
Elio looks good. Andrew, my little one, loved the trailer for it. Well, that's the thing. I don't think I've seen a trailer for it yet, so we need to get on it.
I have.
John P says, some good stuff on the Facebook group this week. Yes, John, I'm hoping to actually get to that if we can get there on time. Elle's here. Yes, good evening all, says Elle.
Can I just take you away?
Lauren.
Bonnie just said you have seen the trailer for Elio.
The trailer.
Trailer.
Well, I've seen like adverts on YouTube and stuff.
What are your first instincts then? Just tell us what it's about, because I don't know much about it.
It's something about like a million people have been abducted, but only one person's asked for it. So basically, Elio really, really, really wants to get abducted by aliens, and then he is, and then the aliens think he's the leader of Earth,
Oh.
and then this is the entire
It's
thing.
sci-fi, you see. It just doesn't grab me. I'm not saying it's not going to be good. It's just not my genre.
Gina says, hi all, just want to give a shout out to my choir, All for One, from Hull. They went to DLP this weekend and performed in front of the Castle and Videopolis Theatre. Sadly, I couldn't go, but they were fab. What would be a good Disney song to sing in a Hull accent?
In a Hull accent?
Yeah.
What's the whole accent?
Okay, you should go
We don't talk about Bruno. No.
We don't talk about Bruna, na, na. We can say this because we lived in Hull for 4 years, didn't we?
Can we?
Well, I don't know. But I when I lived in Hull, I used to say 9 till 5. It came back to me.
Anyway, yeah. Well, I hope they had fun. Cheryl says, good luck and speedy recovery, Joey. Lauren says, 179 days until the next trip, with a laughing emoji. That's not too long, really. We've got Ed in the chat, and 168 days for Jen to go. Bram says, this weekend was the first weekend that almost all the big attractions were open again. Pirates and Buzz will be closed tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I don't know if you've been following...
Not for long, though.
In our Facebook group, Cam has been struggling to get a pineapple... what's it called? Is it called a pineapple whip?
Yes, pineapple.
Or pineapple whip float or something. Finally got hold of one, though, from Cafe de la Bruce, even though there was still a sticker on the notice board that said... available soon. But Cam got the pineapple treat from Cafe de la Bruce.
Congratulations.
Where is it that you couldn't get it?
The same place. So it's just always at that one place.
Machine is always broken.
Yeah. So yeah, if you've been following the trials and tribulations, that's on our Facebook group, the Disneyland Paris Show. Who else we got? Gina says, I feel the marketing for Elio has been really lacking. I didn't hear about it until 2 weeks ago. Not Disney, but I saw How to Train Your Dragon today, and that was fab. We chose to see that over Elio.
Interesting.
Pauline says, I do remember that episode, Lucy. I have been joking. I need a wig and a baseball cap for Tuesday. Laura says, hi guys, watching with my daughter, Caitlin. She's 9, and it's her first time watching the show. Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, Caitlin. This is Bonnie. She's 10,
Yes.
so nearly.
Don't stay up too late.
You can stay up for us.
I'll say that, Bonnie's staying up. Blah, blah.
Yeah, they always
lots
do.
of good looks for Joey from Pauline, and we've got Alex, evening all, first time catching alive in over a year, 62 days to DLP for me. I like how people come back, you know, they come back eventually, they always come back. Danielle says, just booked a honeymoon to DLP, March 26th.
Oh,
Dream.
Guys in the chat, good evening, counting down to Walt Disney World, but it's still a while off, roll on October. And Joy says, thank you all so much for your well wishes. I have fears that when I come round and they offer me a drink, I'll shout, what's in my tiki cup? Speaking of which, Alex also adds, I listen to the podcast every week, fear not. What is in our tiki cups? Well, today, before we get around to the news, Lucy and I received an orange mango Rubicon in HelloFresh. And I was like, oh, we'll have that on the show. Do you want to try somebody? What are you laughing at?
It's just, you seem so pleased with, like, nothing.
it's a freebie. I mean, you pay through the nose for
I love
HelloFresh, and
getting
then you get a surprise freebie
I
sometimes.
love being freebie. Lucy's got her transparent tiki cup because she will not drink out of an opaque one. I've got a new big green one. My favourite one, which you've probably seen me have, it's a big cheeky tiki character with ripples in his forehead. You know, he's got a big grinning mouth. Lucy smashed that the other day.
I didn't mean to, and I didn't know I'd done it. I opened the cupboard and something fell out, and I didn't realise I'd smashed it.
It's now a plant pot, and I've ordered.
It's not smashed.
I've ordered
I've
ordered the same one. Because that's what I do. I don't just go, oh well, move on. I go, no, I want that again. So I've got it again. But in the meantime, I've got this. But I really like this big green tiki cup. So try your orange and mango. The official flavour of our
Debating whether I need my teeth out or not. No.
Tastes exactly like what it is. It's nice.
That's fine. I'd have that on the regular.
We also got some mocktails. I want to know, listeners, is it, because I don't think Bonnie's going to have any of these, but is it appropriate to give a child a mocktail?
Because
Is it
there's
appropriate?
No alcohol.
I know, but is it appropriate? Because it's still like drinking themed. Anyway, We got these from Aldi and they're called Dirty Laundry, which put Lucy off. But they've got a Dirty Spritz, which is Italian citrus bitters and fizz. We've got a Dirty Margarita, Mexican lime and soda. They're all dirty. Dirty Mojito, Persian lime, mint and soda. I don't know why they're dirty. And Dirty Raspberry Mojito, Raspberry, Persian lime, mint and soda.
Is it?
The dirty does put me off, I'm not going to lie.
Is it water from the washing machine?
Exactly.
Is it water from the washing machine?
That's what it said, dirty laundry. I thought it was like something you wring out.
Yeah.
No.
Should we do some news? Yeah.
Can I have some of that in that?
Oh, hi, Chris.
Oh, this. Oh, yeah. I'm very aware that when they gave me this cheeky drink last week, that I was like kind of dismissive about it. But the truth is, listeners, I'd already seen it in the boot of the car, so I wasn't surprised
Because
because
we were putting away plants and.
We're just not great at these things. He's really, really good at doing creative, big surprises and making them all dramatic and theatrical. I end up going, it's a cheeky thing for you. Anyway.
that's a pineapple and mango flavoured spirit drink. Like Old Hopkin. Right.
Ruthie says my girls 14 and 11 love a mocktail.
Yeah.
So she's given us permission.
Someone said something about, is it any worse than a slush puppy? Which,
Indeed.
yeah.
Right. Okay. Where are we? What are we talking about then, Mr. Hugh? So we've got Facebook's things.
Well, yeah, but
We've got
there's
trip
also
reports.
some things opening, aren't there?
Yep. Do you want to know?
What's opening?
Well, Big Thunder Mountain is the big one.
BTM.
And also Boot Hill is finally open.
Hang a left at the exit of Phantom Manor. Do you know what? I can never remember when we're in Disney World. I always call Haunted Mansion Phantom Manor. Phantom Manor rolls off the tongue for me.
Phantom Manor.
But hang a left out at the exit of Phantom Manor and you go up to Boot Hill and just little graveyards and attractions. Have they refurbished it or is it just cleaned it up?
Boot Hill?
Yeah. Have they done anything different?
Yeah, there's a few updated tombstones.
Goliath, rest in peace, faithful hound. All your bones are in the ground.
Very good.
We won't spoil them all.
Won't spoil them up because it's sometimes fun to go up there. This is one of my hidden gems of Disneyland Paris. There was people who are going soon and haven't been before. When you come out of Phantom Manor, instead of going back down the hill to the rest of the park, go up the hill, so it's kind of forward and left a bit, and you get the graveyard that's attached to the Phantom Manor. And there's loads of comedy gravestones there. If you listen very carefully, you might hear something surprising. You also get a beautiful view of Thunder Mesa and Big Thunder Mountain.
Chris loves it. He's just saying in the chat, Chris is here.
It's ace. It's ace, it's ace, it's ace. This is what Disney's good at. This is why I love Disney. Not for big e-ticket rides and things like this. It's the detail and the theming. And the thing is, places like this that are Disney at its best are often really quiet. So if it's a bit of a mental day, it's nice to just go up there for 5 minutes and have a little look-see.
Relax in the graveyard.
Is it weird that I'm more excited about that being open than Big Thunder Mountain? I just kind of knew Big Thunder Mountain was coming. Mm-hmm. But that's
Thunder Mountain!
Hey Bonnie, Estelle sent us this in the Facebook group. I thought Bonnie might like to take a look at our for real life Bluey. She's a blue heeler called Rosie. Look at this. It's an actual blue dog.
Oh my gosh. I had to look up what a heeler was because I've never seen one before.
I didn't know blue dogs existed.
Blue heeler?
You know now.
Well, I know they're called blue heeler, but they're called white horses.
Is Bluey a blue heeler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's blue.
We adopted her from the RSPCA 2 years ago. Lots of people have bought blue heelers thanks to the popularity of Bluey. But the truth is that without a lot of exercise, they have a personality more like Muffin.
Oh, she's the crazy one.
Okay. We do watch it, but Bonnie...
She's the tantrum one.
Bonnie knows it inside out. Our Rosie loves spending her days running around our farm. She's just as clever and loving as her cartoon namesake. Rosie says, "Goodbye, Bonnie."
Wow.
So thanks for that, Estelle.
Gosh, we're dog lovers, aren't we?
We don't have one, but...
We don't have one because we wouldn't be able to go to do 2 weeks for Disney. But
in
Chris
the other wing.
In the other
Penny.
wing. Yeah. And we have 2 dogs that we look out for every day, don't we? Called Winder Doggy and Winder Doggy's friend, who sit on the back of the sofa looking out. So we
on
walk
the street.
We walk past it every day and go, "Is Winder Doggy there?"
No.
And I said today as we drove past, Bonnie, how do you two see that? Because they drive past and they go, oh, look, window dog is there. Every time I look, I can't see anything. It's just, I can see the back of a couch and then black.
Well, you couldn't, to be honest, this was a bit harder to see, but you couldn't see the paintings when you go onto Haunted Mansion.
Is there something wrong with my eyes? There's a Haunted Mansion in America, just as you're getting on the dune buggies. There's some paintings in the background. I can see that there are paintings. I can vaguely see there's a figure. But you two are going, oh, look, there's a painting of a judge that I've never seen before.
I didn't know it was a judge.
And I was squinting
It was
at
a
it
weird
going,
one.
I can barely make out a figure there.
You mustn't have very high contrast eyes, but that's weird for an artist and photographer.
Maybe it's just, maybe I just don't have very good dark vision.
Night vision.
Night vision. Yeah, that one. Oh well.
I bet that won't come in very handy when the zombie apocalypse hits, will it? No. Right. So what else is open?
Uh,
I'm looking. Oh, Princess Pavilion's gone to a virtual queue. Did you know this?
yeah, we mentioned it. Did we mention it last week?
Did we? Yeah, and it's selling out fast. So even though it cuts down that 75-minute wait, now it's been running for a while, it's another one of those, you've got to be finger on the trigger. I think it's 2 times a day. I think it's like 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. or something. Please check that because I haven't looked that up today.
Not a guarantee.
Not a guarantee. Look that up.
What's this?
A virtual queue for the Princess Pavilion.
Oh, the Princess Pavilion.
And
I don't get the hype. I just don't get it.
You loved it when we went. We ran
Yeah,
there
but-
once. Once, to be fair.
I just don't get it. It's princesses.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, but it's like, why is there 75 minutes worth of people?
I know.
Crazy.
I do get it.
Just
I
a meet and greet.
do get why the little, not just little girls, but why the smaller children want to meet the princesses. But 75 minutes, it's a real fun killer. Do you know what I mean? No matter how much fun it is. So I think a virtual queue is a good move.
John says 9:45 and 2.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
I think, adds John.
9:45 and 2, you've got to be finger on the button for this. Go into the app and it will tell you how to do it. The Disneyland Paris app. Yeah, it's good that people don't have to stand in a 75-minute wait. And I suppose they see the same amount of people, but it just adds another level of complexity. But I shouldn't moan because we actually thrive on that kind of complexity, don't we? We were the kings of virtual queues in Disney World and that kind of thing, weren't we? We will be there. We will have all the techniques. We'll be on the Wi-Fi. We'll have 2 of us on the same app. But it is a little unfair for people who don't know how to do it and kind of get to the last day of the holiday and miss out. And then there isn't another.
It's very different as a Disney holiday. You have to know what you're doing.
That's why we exist. To give you ropey information.
But because you organise it, like if I was to book one from scratch, I'd have a real hard time because I've never done it. You know, it's like, especially if you go to America, it's like, well, and you find this as well, it's what order to do it in, availability of the hotel, and then you book a flight. Then when do you get your tickets? I don't know. What order? No, we'd have to do that now.
Yeah, well, can I just, while we're on about that, I'm going to talk about DVC for a minute because we're umming and ahhing whether to go back to Disney World or whether to go to California next time. And because California isn't our home resort, we can only book in the DVC 7 months in advance. And it's very competitive and you run the risk of not getting a room and you have to be there logging in at 11 a.m. to see the room. And it's all a bit cutthroat. But we can't wait for 7 months to book our flights. So we would have to book flights 10 months out, 11 months out, not knowing if we'd got a hotel. And to be honest, that makes a difference between being able to afford and not being able to afford to go, is having those 4 nights in a DVC resort, which we don't have to pay for compared to paying for a hotel. Well, we'd end up off-site paying for a Holiday Inn, I think.
I'd say no then. That's not good.
It's tricky. I mean, I'd have to look up how much the hotel would be if we didn't get the DVC, but it's, you know, it's tough, isn't it?
Oh dear.
I know.
Don't like the sound of it. Yes, Bunny?
Chris Moff is asking what size my Spirit jersey is, and I have no idea.
Extra large child's, because that's what we went on the big mission for, do you remember?
Yeah.
Extra large child.
But
and it's quite long on you
yeah,
and in the arms.
but also I just want to say, our Chris, it has a very good point. That's 75 minutes worth of people more in the parks. So those ride times are just going to get a little bit further.
Yeah.
This is something, that's a really good point, Chris, and thank you, Bonnie, for bringing that up. This is something that's not understood about park operations very often, is that queues eat people. And so in order to manage crowd capacity, the management at Disneyland Paris want a certain proportion of people to be stood in queues at any one time. So yes, they can sell Premier Access, and yes, they can do certain things like virtual queues, but they have to manage the situation so that knowing they've got a 60-minute wait for Crush means that they've got a couple of thousand people in that queue that aren't going elsewhere. It's a good thing and a bad thing. Sometimes they give the fast passes because they want you to be out of the queue spending money, but also they, for like health and safety and fire regulation reasons, when they estimate their crowd capacity, they're estimating it with queues at capacity. So what you see milling around the park is usually only about half of the people in the park. The other half are stood in queues. I just find stuff like this interesting. And if you watch channels like DSNY Newscast, Mickey Views, and if you listen to the Disney Dish podcast, they're all quite scientific Disney fans who like to go into these kind of things. And it's very interesting. I think in another life, I'd like to do something like guest flow, traffic flow. It's like human fluidity, isn't it? Fluid dynamics. That's what it is.
You're just a big nerd.
I'm a massive nerd. I love a spreadsheet. I love one.
I love a spreadsheet.
Yeah, I'm passing on my love of spreadsheets to the next generation.
I don't make spreadsheets, and I never really have, and I should do because the way I keep my accounts is really messy.
It
works, but like if I just had an Excel document, it would be a doddle. But I'll probably never get around to that. Anyway, and that's the kind of thing I do. I'm very like tech savvy, but for some reason I've never got into Excel.
I know. Chris says I'm a geek, but it's mainly because I don't work in those kind of things. I work in the arts, and so I like a bit of science for leisure. Whereas people who have a scientific job, they sketch on an evening, don't they? Yeah. Whereas you have to sketch. You probably don't find as much fun in it.
Yeah, no.
I think that's how he feels half the time, Bonnie. Has to sit down and draw some fun cartoons.
Yeah, I never sit and draw for fun anymore.
That's sad, isn't it?
Purely for work.
That's the thing. Everyone's always like, you want a job that's your hobby. You want your hobby as a job. But then it's not really your hobby anymore. Because then you're too focused on getting it done and meeting deadlines.
One of my favourite things about sitting and drawing and doing artwork for a living is having YouTube on in the background. I watch 8 hours of YouTube a day whilst I'm working, up to 10 hours sometimes,
We're looking at you, those people watching this on rerun while they do the work. Yeah. We're looking at you.
But okay. Yeah. It's nice having an end product. I like the end product. And a job well done and all that. But sometimes it can be a slog, even a job you love. That's a lesson for your kids. Their kids watching going, oh, he gets to draw comic books and he says it's a slog.
Find a job with variety like mine. I'm doing a different thing every week and it's fun.
My day job has a lot of variety.
Good.
And that's drawing and making pop-ups and things. And working with Disney.
Yay. Right. You want more news from me, don't you?
Well, we don't have to.
I'm just kind of scrolling through because, like I say, I haven't pre-planned any. I'm just seeing what's going on.
Looking on the socials. Let me see what's going on in our Facebook group. This is success, says Cam, as they've sourced a pineapple whip. Here's something from Lawrence.
Yes, this is the one I wanted. Yes, this is the one I wanted to do.
Lawrence says, on the podcast, I take it, there was some discussion as to whether and why people think it's acceptable for people to push through the queue line to join family members. Alton Towers and likely other Merlin sites have clear definitions of queue jumping that make it really clear that trying to save spaces not only is considered queue jumping, but may result in ejection from the park. I do remember being somewhere like Alton Towers and seeing something that says, if you are joining someone in the queue, you are queue jumping. It's really clear signage around the back. I don't know how Disney could make this clear without ruining the magic. Yeah, because it'd be just bossy signs all around. But it would help avoid bitterness to make the policy clear. I agree. I guess the flip side to this is that people being able to queue jump unchallenged harms their Premier Access products. So it's in Disney's interest that people don't think queue jumping is ignored / permitted. Thought Park actually has a page on their app where you can report bad behaviour, including queue jumping, via a WhatsApp bot. And anecdotally, staff are quite prepared to tell queue jumpers who make it to the front of the queue that they are not allowed to ride. My wife and daughter were in the queue at Thorpe Park, and someone was really very abusive, confrontational, and threatening towards someone who called them out for queue jumping, using words and actions I can't repeat here. My wife discreetly mentioned it to the ride operator, and when the ride came back to the security to the station, security were waiting, handcuffed the guy, and took him out of the park.
Oh, I feel like if you gave Hugh that kind of power, you would be
unlimited power.
He would be apping everyone. He'd have it already open all the time, wouldn't you? Like, he's going to an hour today.
Reported.
I will say, I think that is terribly British because we are like famously a nation of queues. We honour the queue. We understand the queue. We're good at queuing.
No, we're not all good at queuing. As we've said many a time.
I think as a culture we value the queue. You always get some naughty folks, don't you?
It's when we go to other countries because, like I've said before, I'll say again, we expect as Brits to be served in the order that we arrived to the venue or attraction.
Serve, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that easy?
Yeah, we saw Quincy talking about something on All Ears, and she said, just to let you know, this train ride, this was in Hawaii for the Pineapple Express, wasn't it? She said, just so you know, it is first come, first served. And she said it like it was a bit weird. Maybe she didn't mean that, but yeah, I don't think it's always the way in other countries, is it?
I was going to an event in a theatre the other day. It wasn't a theatre show, it was like a conference thing. And we were all outside in the fire bar. And then they opened the doors and said, the doors are now open. And me and my friend who I was with remarked that instead of everyone just going to the door, everybody there just kind of made this single file line and then went through the door. Like, no one had instructed us to do that, no discussion. And we were saying, this is so British, look what we've all done. And also, I think it's very middle-class British as well, because everyone there was very nice. And we all just got nicely into our line and we nicely walked forwards. But yeah, we're known for it. We're also known for being a little bit snarky and malicious. And so putting up signs saying, don't you dare break our queue rules, that feels like, yeah, that's British and I'll own it.
The problem is if you do that in certain parks, you're going to get... I remember Adam Buxton on the Adam and Joe podcast talking about... he was at some dinosaur-themed park somewhere and... some guy called a little lady out for like calling all the kids up, going, "Come on, everyone, come up here!" And he said, "I don't think so." And then she was really like aggressive towards him, and you never know, like.
But then she gets handcuffed at the front.
Yeah, but you never know when someone's gonna just because let's face it, the kind of people who are more likely to push in are the kind of people who are gonna be the most aggressive back at you. They're not like you know. If we found ourselves accidentally pushed in and someone said, "What are you pushing in?" we'd go, "Oh, so sorry. So I didn't realise, you know." But we wouldn't be pushing in the first place. That's the thing, is it? Isn't it?
Do you know what?
Isn't it? What?
I blame the parents. I mean, not the current parents, the parents of the parents. I think it's generational rudeness. So, parents listening, bring your kids up right. No queue jumping, please.
At my school...
No littering, no queue jumping.
At my school, we have to have a line order for everything.
Yeah.
Which is last name alphabetically. It's so random and weird.
I love
annoying.
it. It's proper training. It's like if you want to join the army.
Everyone always goes out of line order. Everyone wants to go with their friends, and it's really annoying.
Yeah. In fact, when we were joking about that queue the other day, I went bums against the wall, and I was with an American who was like, "What? What did you just say?" But that's what we were always told in schools. We had to line up with our bums against the wall. Does it say that?
No.
Okay.
Also on our Facebook group, Cheryl shared a webpage sharing a great page I found, which is up to date with all the closures at DLP if anyone has a trip coming up. And this is on crepesandcastles.com, but there's a link to the page in our Facebook group dated
That's fantastic.
3 days ago. What's that? 19th? 18th.
That's really good. That's really useful information.
19th.
Wait.
Anyway, yeah.
And always worth checking. Yes.
We're trying to work out what the date is. It's
8th.
22nd.
Oh, okay.
It was
19th.
It's the 19th.
19th.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Took me a while.
We've got some people up. Oh, that's a good photo. We've got some people going really soon.
We need those prizes.
Did we? We showed what they were, didn't we? We just never.
Have we?
Yeah, I think so.
Have we though?
Wait, for what?
The prizes for... We've brought some things back to give away, but we haven't come up with a competition yet.
Oh.
Did we show those on the show?
Oh
Did
no,
we?
I think maybe I showed them on my haul video.
I don't know.
Well, we might as well show them again anyway.
I don't know any
do we
prizes.
know where they are? I'll go get them.
I think they're in your study.
Okay, I know where they are.
I think they might be behind the door.
Yes.
Do you know where they are?
Yep.
Cool. Right then, me and you, Bonnie, we're vamping. Vamp, 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 vamp. That was fun. So we've got some people going this week to Disney. Quite a lot of people going this month. We've got the summer holidays coming up. It is hot. But everything's going to be open, I do believe. But we could use that to check, couldn't we? So what would you do if you were walking in the park this time next week? What would be your first ride that you would do? Have a think about that. Hugh's here. He can tell you about the prizes.
So, we got these... Well, it doesn't matter where we got them, but we got them from Florida. This is weird. Right. So, have we got 3 different things here?
Yeah.
Oh, some of these are our t-shirts, though. Are they?
No. There's
Oh, no.
2 t-shirts.
Oh, to give away?
Yes.
Cool. And then, are we giving this away? Did we decide?
Yes, we
Yes,
are.
we are. We've got a grape soda bottle, drink bottle. It's plastic. And then there's 2 t-shirts. 2 Walt Disney World t-shirts. In this colourful lettering. Quite simple, you know. Simple,
I like it.
simple designs. What sizes do we have here?
Medium and large. So
One medium, one large.
people can just tell me when
That's
they...
American medium and large.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because normally we have to size one down, don't we? But so I wear small, and I'm extra small in America, generally speaking. Or if I'm at my larger time, then I'm just a small.
Come on.
And then we've got a tote bag, same sort of style. It says 71 on the back.
That's a really good tote bag, and I'm wishing I got it for myself now.
Too late. We've announced it.
I know.
So yeah, we've got just a handful of gifts here. We're going to give away. How are we going to do the t-shirt thing? Because we've got 2.
I think...
And we're gonna require someone in small, someone in, was it medium?
No, medium and large.
Medium and large.
No, the reason I got 2 is because we never know what size a person wants. Maybe I should have got a small and a large, or a medium and extra large. There's a big difference. Don't know. But we're going to do 1 prize giveaway for these 3 things, and then we're going to have to ask if you want medium or large. And then we'll have a t-shirt left over, and we'll decide what to do with that then.
Yeah.
Is the idea. So we're yet to decide what our giveaway question is, but keep posted. We'll come up with something.
Yeah, we'll come up with one.
It'll be fun. It'll be nice.
Ooh, I wonder if we can do. No, I don't know. We've got to be careful because we need to do something that is inclusive of everyone that they can play. Because in the past we've done things like sound bites and things, and that can be.
Yeah.
It can exclude certain people, so we need to think of something.
Yeah.
Everyone can join in with. It'll probably just be some kind of question, won't it?
Yeah.
Like, guess the nearest number of somethings.
Yeah. What have we got going on in the chat, Bunny?
Q.
Tell me what Tanya's saying about queue jumping.
Is it queue jumping if I stand in line for my kids and get out of the queue when they come in? I mean, there are 2, but still.
Oh, you mean like reserving a spot
Replace
and then
them.
leaving? No. Well, no. I guess I don't know. That's a. It would probably look bad because wouldn't that mean that you're kids would have to come up through the queue. This is the problem, you see, is you can't explain to everyone as you're moving up the queue what you're doing. People just see pushing in.
And you have to physically wrestle people. Do you know what I mean? To stop them walking past you.
If you missed it last week, I said if I'm leaning in a certain way against a railing and the person coming past says, excuse me, I'll just make a gesture like, no, go around me. I'm not moving. If you're pushing through the queue, I don't care.
This is where I lean.
I don't care for what reason. I'm not moving out of the way. You're gonna have to move around me. Them's the bricks. Or, you go no further. Oh man.
Harsh.
Who was it? It was me and Kat. Who was on Big Thunder Mountain when there was a guy in Paris, and he was trying his best at every available opportunity to get past, and I was like, hold the line, hold the line. Didn't get past.
Yeah.
But
we've done that
down
last
the
time.
queue in T-pose.
he was acting like I was being weird, and it's like, I'm in this queue ahead of you, and that is how it's gonna be. I don't think we can waste too much time getting worked up on this, can we? Again.
No, because and everyone's got a story as well. But there is a tactic that people use that when you go around a corner in the turnstile ones, people kind of go on the inside of the corner and overtake you like that, and people can be quite sneaky at just edging forward one party at a time. Vigilance, constant vigilance.
Yeah.
I find Phantom Manor quite bad for that. Right. Anything else exciting going on there, or should we go on to a trip report? You keep manning the chat, Bonnie.
There is a trip report in our Facebook group. Should we do that?
Let's do it.
This is also... Where is it? This is also from Lawrence, who submitted the information about the queuing in Thorpe Park, etc. Lawrence says... Now, Lawrence, I wonder if this was meant to be read out on the show, but Lawrence says, I meant to write a trip report last year, but didn't, and realised it was basically a year ago, so way too late for the podcast. So let's just have a little dip into this and see if it's still appropriate. We did quite a lot though, so I thought it'd still be fun to write up in good old list of things format. Emoji supplied by my 15-year-old. All right, so there's an emoji at the end of each line.
Brilliant.
Bear in mind that we've bookended our stay with a cheap off-site hotel, Premier Class, and that this was a dance school trip with a performance on the Videopolis stage that all three of our children were in. It's a bit of a time sink on the second day, but we squeezed lots in. So it is mostly lists, so maybe we won't do the whole thing, but you can check this out on our Facebook group again, the Disneyland Paris Show on Facebook if you're on there, if you're on that particular
Hit day one
app.
for a list.
So day one, whole family in Toy Story Disney Bound, arrive for magic hours, Crusher's Coaster, turtle emoji, tortoise, turtle, walked through Toy Story Land and recorded a video of one of the dancers while it was quiet.
Ooh.
Ratatouille, rat emoji.
I love spontaneous choreography in real world situations.
As magic hours ended, RC Racer, race car. This is the 15-year-old child is coming up with all these emojis. Parachute drop, parachute emoji.
This is good.
Pixar show, football.
Because of the
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
Woody and Jessie,
Hello?
meet and greet. Little cowboy, slinky dog, chips, fries. Avengers Flight Force,
I find it
plane.
really sad.
Airplane.
In a Disney park with all the Instagrammable snacks that you could possibly have, the main thing people end up getting in Studios Park is a cone of chips.
Because it's all you can get before like 2 PM at this
I know.
place.
It's better.
Because you can look at the pictures.
I'm exaggerating, but it's basically that's what it feels like. Goofy meet and greet, impromptu. Toy Soldiers Walkabout. Soldier's helmet.
Yay.
Thanks to a member of staff telling us. Splashes of colour parade in the main park. Rainbow. Buzz Lightyear's laser blast. Videopolis for drink and rest. No emoji. Hyperspace Mountain. Rocket. Buzz Lightyear's laser blast.
You double dipped.
Blast.
You double dipped Buzz Lightyear's laser blast. I approve of that behaviour. That's what I always want to do. Hugh's always like on for a new experience. And I'm like, no, can we do this again?
Yes, because I've already beaten you and
It's because I just want to
I can't be bothered beating you again.
I just want another try at beating him.
Never. Character dinner at Plaza Gardens. Knife, fork, and a plate. Autopia.
Knife.
Autopia, car. Nautilus walkthrough. Boat, but to represent a submarine. Hotel Santa Fe. We've got a hotel and an arrow and a bus pointing to it.
It's 'cause it's cars themed, isn't it?
It's a bus though.
You know.
So,
About you?
Hair for dance show. We know about that, and then let someone get their hair done. I sometimes, not anymore actually. I used to do your buns quite a bit, didn't I?
yeah. And they stay
He was very good at doing buns.
And
Really good bun guy.
Most dancers, if they come to dancing with their hair down, their excuse is, my dad brought me. And I'm
Yeah.
like, so?
Yeah.
So?
I really dislike it when men use "oh, I'm a man" as an excuse. Like, and also women do play into that. Like a woman said to me once, I had a hole in something. A button came off, and she said, "Oh, take it home." I was backstage at the theatre, and the costume lady said, "This is in Huddersfield. Oh, take it home. Your wife can sew it on." And I said, "I can sew it on."
That's what I would have said.
I'm trying to work out who it was a bigger insult to. Assuming you would do it, but assuming I can't do it. I think it's a bigger insult to me.
I get it backwards
Housewife.
with people.
Too masculine?
I'm not a housewife.
yeah, but that's what they're saying.
I get it the other way around with the car. People think that I have to get you to do stuff with the car. You don't drive. You have nothing to do with the car. I do all the car maintenance. All the car maintenance myself, but people think I have to get Hugh to blow my tyres up and stuff. No. They stayed at Santa Fe. I like that. I think that's where we're going to stay next time. I've stayed there for Run Disney, but I was on my own. So I'll be taking you guys for the first time.
I keep thinking, like when you say that Santa Fe, and I think, oh, and then that'll be last one. But I think, oh no, we haven't done Newport Bay. Oh no, we haven't done Out of Marvel. Oh no, we haven't done Disneyland Paris Hotel. So we haven't done most of them.
Which one's Santa Fe?
It's opposite Cheyenne on the other side.
Do
of
you
the
even
river.
know where Santa Fe is? Because we don't see it coming in.
What's it saying?
It's cars themed,
It's like,
but
is
Mexico.
New Mexico themed.
Did you know?
Does this
Did you know this existed?
I mean, I'd heard of it. I just,
It's easy to miss.
I think I always get Cheyenne and Santa Fe merged, and I think they're the same thing.
I'm going to be interested on your thoughts. I have mixed feelings. I think I preferred the room. I think if you're in the right bit of the grounds, it can be really cool when there's courtyards with cactuses and stuff. But there's a lot of car park, and you have to walk through car parks,
That's the
which
impression I
is
get.
not good.
Anyway, that was day one of Lawrence's report. Do check it out on a Facebook group to check out all the other creative uses.
You've got a lot done
Oh,
there.
Yeah, I was about
just
to
look at
say.
this list goes on and on. I like it. It actually reads better than it listens. Is that
Yeah.
the expression?
Yeah.
So yeah, check it out if you can on the Facebook group. We've done a lot of advertising for this Facebook group, and some people just be like, "I'm not on Facebook, mate. Stop going on about it."
Nor should you be. Social media is the scourge of society.
I'm gonna have a dirty laundry. I'm gonna have the bitters and fizz because that sounds like something you wouldn't like.
No.
Bitters. I like offensive flavours.
I would have the raspberry Persian lime,
What are
mint
they?
and soda.
Oh, do you want to try some? This mocktail.
What would Bonnie
I
like?
don't think you'd like it actually, to be honest. You won't like a bitters.
A dirty... I don't know if I want to give my daughter something called a dirty
Oh,
mojito.
You'd hate this, but I love it.
I'm going to finish this.
It's quite smoky, this actually.
I think that's the one you'd like. Do you want it instead of me?
Raspberry mojito.
Raspberry one. No, it's okay. I'll have one of the others and I've still got this.
What else? I felt like there was a lot more activity in the Facebook group. We've done quite a lot of it,
Wow.
haven't we? Did you know about this? You heard about this? They've turned on the flume water in the Frozen ride, and part of the ceremony was adding water from other Frozen rides to the water in ours.
Wait, what?
Which Walt Disney did with Small World, apparently.
From
So there'll be one in Tokyo, is there?
Oh,
And
yeah.
One in
right. So that.
Florida.
I get that.
Yes, they took the water and they're mixing with the water, and I bet you can tell which water's which when you're there. I bet you can.
Ruthie's been watching Mammoth Club. This was 17th of May, so it's a few days ago, but
We like Mammoth Club.
I don't know, 5 days ago. Thanks. I know it's May. Thanks
Oh.
for whoever shared Mammoth Club vlogs. I've been really enjoying the DLP series. I've recently discovered Happily Ever Again Ashleen.
Ashleen, yeah, I think so.
She's got some great DLP vlogs.
Unless it's Aileen.
Anyone got any other recommendations? Yeah, I'm terrible at the Gaelic names, I'm afraid. Disney Days Out, says Louise, and Bailey's Do Disney, Stefan Reese, Gemma Ella, obvious ones. PMM, Paging Miss Tomorrow, Adam Hatton. My fave, Most Magical Guides, and yes, my husband says I have a problem. I'd love some new ones, says Louise.
All ears.
All ears.
Liz just started watching So Helena and Martin and enjoyed the content. Also love Most Magical Guides, Adam Hatton, Brogan, Tate, and Sam Forgod. Friend of the show, Sam Forgod.
And you watch Disney in Detail, don't you?
You know what? I love Disney in Detail. And thing is, if my mates from work, this is no shade on Disney in Detail, but if some of my more like blokey bloke mates came in and to my office and saw me watching that with that theme tune, they'd be like, "What are you watching? What are you watching?" But she's introduced me to Catherine Kay, and I really like her videos. Really, they're really characterful and humorous, and they're well made. She's an illustrator, you see.
The outro.
She's an illustrator, so yeah, she's got the funniest outro. I can't remember the first 2 bits, but it's something like, "Oh, thanks for watching. All right then. I love you. Goodbye."
She's talking and she just goes,
Jen just told us that they also added some water from a Norwegian fjord to the flume. Yay.
To make it authentic.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Right. Back to Disney planning for Family Reign.
Mm.
So...
any Florida questions, pop them in the chat, because I haven't really spoken much about it. Go
on. Hugh mentioned on the show, sometimes I get blindsided on the show, because I've been looking up the ferry option, and you were like, I like to fly. Well, you can get flights from one of our local airports without having to go to Manchester, but only on certain days of the week. So the cheap package we were looking for starts on a Sunday. The flight is at 1:30 p.m. on the Sunday. So, and you can't get a flight on the Saturday. So the option then is to not get to the park until like 5 p.m.
Skip forward an hour as well.
And we skip, well, that I'm taking into account
Okay.
the skip forward an hour. Not to get to the park till like 5 p.m. So we've wasted a day that we've paid for, but we get 5 p.m.
Mm.
Or stay in a cheap hotel and then get a more expensive package that starts on the Monday, because the cheaper one starts on the Sunday.
Mm.
So there's some options there. But just to like go back to the ferry thing, not that I'm trying to bend your arm, because I do appreciate the driving's not ideal. I noticed when skimming the map that Rotterdam is quite close to Efteling.
Mm-hmm.
So we could incorporate Efteling and a zoo.
A zoo.
If we went on the ferry.
Mm.
All food for thoughts.
Yeah.
Obviously that adds to the cost, makes it more expensive. I'm also holding off because I've gone freelance and people tend to throw work at you unexpectedly, and I'm just like, let's see if anyone offers me any work for October.
I must say, we have lots of, obviously, listeners and viewers who go to Disneyland Paris. I'd never see or hear anyone mention Parc d'Asterix. Do you?
No.
Does anyone ever go there?
And we keep saying we're going to go, don't we?
Yeah, we always go, oh, next time, we should. I love Asterix.
Maybe we should. Maybe we should do like a tour of...
Maybe that's what we do.
Maybe we do Efteling. Is it Pere Dazer? Is the zoo in Belgium? I'm sorry if I pronounce that really badly.
The Panda Zoo.
The Panda Zoo. Panda Zoo. And then we do Disneyland Paris. And then on the way back we do Parc Asterix.
Whoa.
I was like,
That's a lot.
I know.
Maybe. I overheard a guy yesterday saying he was going to Turkey for about was it 140 quid? And I've just every now and again I see a deal in a window of a travel agent and I go, should we just do one of those?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Like £209 all inclusive, 8 days in Tenerife. Like, should we just do that? We don't have to go to the, Irish pubs. We can actually have a nice holiday somewhere like that. Anyway, whatever.
You want to take pictures of palm trees, don't you? That's all you want out of life.
That's all he wants.
I was watching a video about Hawaii today, and actually a lot of it's quite non-palm tree and scrappy.
Yeah.
Because they introduced a lot of plants in like the 19th century, so all the stuff around the mountains is like just trees, just regular old trees.
Oh, if you...
I want palm trees.
We should you just sit there and listen to our potential holiday plans all the time, then we never book it. But I'm sticking with, if you want a photography holiday, let's do the Pacific Coast Highway in California.
Oh yeah. Danielle says we always drive. Used to ferry, now drive. I mean tunnel. We always drive. Used to ferry, now drive.
Now tunnel.
I mean tunnel.
They always drive. They used to drive on the ferry, now they're driving the tunnel.
Oh right, I mean like when I hear I mean tunnel, I thought you were saying replace one of those words with tunnel, but you mean drive via the tunnel, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, buddy, I've totally lost you. David Crockett arrived Monday/Tuesday, January, March, cheapest. We couldn't go any other time. I too want a Disney life. Anyone have a sister? Says JV. Disney wife equals happy life.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. I agree with that. Honestly, there should be, I know you said this was dodgy before, but I think there's some singletons out there who agree that there should be like a dating site for people who just want to go to Disney. And it's like, should we go to Disney together for 3 days? Because there's just single Disney fans who would just love someone to go to Disney with.
What happens if it don't work out though? Then you just...
Then Disney's ruined forever.
Yeah, you ditch them during the parade.
Can there be a subsection for people who like the resorts and the food and the parks and the climate, but actually the attractions are quite low down the list? Because that'd be me. Did I mention food? I like food.
Yeah.
Maybe I can meet a wife at Disney, says JV. Guys,
maybe we do it. Maybe we start like a matchmaking agency here on this channel for Disney fans.
Yeah. That could be the prize. You could win a t-shirt or a wife.
Oh no.
We're getting a bit fiddler on the roof here, aren't we?
Guy says, yes, you need to do Pacific Coast. The three of you will love California. Like,
I know.
We should watch our friends, well, you don't know them, but my friends Damien and Lisa, they did a Disney trip and then they did that drive, and was it them that stayed at a like a cactusy hotel? There's lots of weird little roadside mid-century style places you can go, and that's the kind of holiday I want.
See, Bonnie was like, oh, it's more driving there. The whole length is about 8 to 10 hours, depending. But what the plan would be is to take 5 days to do it. So it'd be like 2-hour drive, stop at a lovely place.
Yeah, but still.
2-hour drive.
2-hour drive.
Oh, that's nothing once you
I
get
mean,
going.
but
That's
it's
like
2-hour drive, 2-hour drive, 2-hour drive.
That's one Office Ladies podcast.
a long one.
A long one.
A very long.
Maybe it's 2.
2 regular ones.
Yeah. And maybe we drive for an hour and then get out and look at things and then drive for an hour to a hotel.
I'm sure there's lots of places to stop and go, oh, let's stop here and take a picture of this. That's the whole point of that route, isn't it? I feel like we're circling it.
I think we are. We keep talking about it all the time.
Yeah.
Let's go, Pauline. We're wasting too much time. Our Disney... your battery ran
Our
out.
Disney life awaits.
Yes.
0%.
Are people getting together in the chat?
Oh my God, that would be... I'd be like Cilla Black. I could buy a hat.
The matchmakers.
Invite me to the wedding, please.
J Scales MD says, I love... Sorry, I just made you up a new nickname. I love trying new food on holiday too, but sadly, the food in the parks could be a lot better, excluding Remy's. They are in France after all. Yeah, see, I'm talking about food, but I'm usually thinking of some of the bigger parks, because France, the snacks are getting better. Yeah, it's just not quite there yet, is it?
We're going to Remy's next time. I've decided our splurge is going to be Remy's.
Yes,
definitely.
Yes.
Sugar, I can eat it.
We're getting towards the end of the chat then, guys.
Pauline.
Oh, it's half
Pauline
past 9.
says yes, Lucy, do it.
Right, so we're not doing an extra magic hours, but
No.
what we will do.
We don't have the Power.
capability because of the lack of Chris. But what we will do is we'll stay on for 10 more minutes and we'll say, right, our Disneyland Paris time has gone. Not
Draw
necessarily.
the curtain on that.
But if you want to ask any questions about anything other than Disneyland Paris, or if you want us to talk about our Florida holiday that we've just got back from, mind you, we tend to talk about anything anyway, don't we? So, yeah, throw some questions at us. What would you
3, 2,
like
1, go.
us to talk about?
I've never heard this expression before. Pauline says, in response to something JV said, that would be great, but time off where I work is like hen's teeth.
I've heard that.
Like what?
My mum says
Like
that.
Like non-existent.
Yeah. Rare. It's really rare.
Oh, rejected again. Oh.
Could we think of a new one of those? Anyway,
Hen's teeth.
like a different version of hen's teeth.
Yeah, the thing is, you all know the last couple of years I've had a bit of a career shift. And I went from being self-employed but being able to dictate my own holidays because I ran a dance school and I could just close the dance school or I waited for school holidays, to waiting for work to come to me. And I've been really lucky and loads of opportunities have come to me. But like just before we went to Florida, I got an email for a project I really wanted to do saying, oh, it would start this week and it would be for this long. And I was like, oh, I'd love to do it. But just so you know, I'm on holiday for those 2 weeks in the middle. And they went, oh, sorry, we can't use you then. And then it's getting a bit funny booking things. Because I'm like, I could book a holiday in October and then next week get a really good offer of work. And so it's a bit awkward. I don't know if anybody else has a job that's like that. What you do about booking holidays if you just gamble and take it. It's a difficult one. But then, of course, I'd rather be in that situation where I really can do whatever the hell I like at any time than Hugh's situation where you have to, barter for your time off with your boss and you're limited to X number of days a year and so on.
Who was it that just said something about Rodeo Roundup? Because yes, we did go to Rodeo Roundup this time.
Yay!
And it was good.
Oh, the bread, man. Oh, the bread rolls. Like, they were heavenly.
Too
Heavenly.
cheesy for me.
Oh.
What was it that I didn't like?
They had like bits
Didn't
of
like
cheese in them, but like the cheese was baked into the mixture, so it wasn't like a lump of cheese. They were just really warm and moist.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't like
Some of the meat tasted a bit bandagey.
Ugh.
You know when something has a bit of a medicinal, hospital-y kind of...
Like,
Witch
And-
hazel.
like dirty laundry.
Like a witch hazel taste.
Yeah, I think so.
Like dirty laundry.
Not like dirty laundry. But it was still nice.
You're enjoying that?
Guy says,
No.
question for each of
I
you.
actually don't even like it.
Guy says, question for each of you. What would be your dream Disney trip? How to get there? Hotel, length of stay, which parks, premier passes, etc. Well, premier passes, a dream trip is just yes to
Yes,
those,
please.
please.
Yes, please.
No, money's no objects. Yes, we'll have it all. Thank you.
First of all, and we talked about this today, dream trip would be flying and flying business class. And we were like, we're going, should we just get rich? Should that be what we do? Get rich
we're
and then fly
after,
business
yeah.
class. Because Bonnie does not like the 9-hour flight to Florida. Hugh has got tolerance problems in general with other people. I quite like an opportunity to sit down and read for 9 hours. That's fine by me. But I'm getting increasingly sore hips and stuff as I get older, sitting for that long. I really struggle. And we're like, the experience in business class is just totally different. And I'm thinking, that's number one.
Dream trip.
And then, well, we've already done Florida, we've already done Paris. So let's not say that. So my dream trip now,
Okay, Hawaii.
Tokyo.
it would be Los Angeles, followed by an Alaska cruise, a Disney Alaska cruise,
Thought you'd say that.
Ooh,
followed by
cruise.
Hawaii. Am I being greedy to say that? I'm being greedy.
All right,
to
I'd
say
go
that.
to California, then plane hop over to Hawaii, then over to Tokyo.
Yeah, can do that.
Yeah.
You want to do
How
Tokyo,
far's
don't you?
Hawaii from Tokyo?
Fantasy Springs. I've
The
been very intrigued.
thing is, Tokyo, they know how to get you because they're the most Instagrammable park in terms of merch and snacks. And every time I see a picture of any amazing merch, I'm like, I bet that's from Tokyo. And any bonkers snack. And so they suck you in. They make it destination.
It's nearly 9 hours from Hawaii to Japan.
So you just hop over there then.
9 hours.
I know.
You need a good month off to do that trip. You know, to really like the percentage of flight
Get a good
time
ratio.
and all that travel time.
And to have to recover from the travelling as well. Like, you don't want to be doing this couple of days there, do this, because it's hard work, isn't it? But thinking that I can't do all those things, a more realistic one is to do Los Angeles, Pacific Coast Highway up, because I think that the Alaska cruise goes from Vancouver, and I think you can drive all the way up slowly. Oh, look, she's cross about that, because I'm taking her on a long drive.
What was your dream trip?
And then Alaska.
Have we had yours?
Either cruise
She still wants to Disney cruise, you know.
or Tokyo.
Now, with the cruise,
Just because it's a new Disney place. It's not new, but it's new to me.
I seem to remember you being quite taken by the idea of Castaway Cay, were you?
Yeah, because we were gonna go,
We were.
and then Laws told me that I could
Stupid COVID.
because I couldn't get my vaccine, and without a vaccine I couldn't go.
Mm-hmm.
And because America let kids have vaccines and the UK hadn't okayed the vaccine for kids. So Bonnie couldn't go because Bonnie couldn't be vaccinated. We should
Just go without
should have
me.
just left her at the dock.
Yeah, we should have done that.
Really. Left us doing some shoe shining on the dock.
Joey says, what do you all think of the news about the new Disney store in London?
Yeah.
Do you think we will get more stores in the UK? What's going on in what?
Is this... I've thought about this. Back in the day when I used to live at my parents' house, me and Huey were out in the garden once, and there was a bit of scrubland opposite our house, and they'd been burning it during the day, and they'd put out all the fires, and there must just have been an ember under the glass, because that ember started a fire. And
It's weird because they'd finished burning it hours before, and we were out in the back garden on a sunny evening, and we were just watching it, and it was still smoking away a bit. We thought, oh, look. And as we looked at it in those few seconds, it burst into flames. Well, what's this got to do with anything?
Sir, they killed all the Disney stores worldwide, even the one on the Champs-Elysees, gone. We've still got the Oxford Street one, God love us. And then all of a sudden,
There's another one.
they're opening new Disney stores.
The
And
what?
I'm like, is this, we think it's dead, and then that flame is just going to come back up again. Because they've opened one in Westfield, you know.
Where?
Where's that?
What?
It's a
What?
big shopping centre in London. We don't do London. We don't do
There's
London.
already a Disney store in
We don't do
London.
London. We're from Yorkshire. We're from God's own
Put
country.
one somewhere else. Why put it in somewhere that there already is one?
Get one back in York.
Yeah.
But I think it's wonderful. That's what I think. I hope it does well. I hope it's profitable. Obviously, it's a shame. I knew people who worked at the Disney store. I knew a manager at the Disney store, and it was devastating. She was made redundant, and it was, you know, if they reopen it now, it'll be like, oh, come on.
John said it's going to be open for a year, apparently.
Oh, okay, so it's a pop-up shop.
There used to be one of those in Bradford, didn't there? Pop-up Disney.
They did like an end-of-line situation. But, yeah. It was such an event, was the Disney store. What's our Disney store in Leeds now?
I was about to say, even better, bring it back to the White Rose and get rid of the Leeds United shop, which we have vowed to never step.
This isn't because we're against the team.
Why would you do that?
It's just that, like,
We're against football as a
we're just not
concept.
football and a football family. So
What?
it's like it's something to turn into a shop that you would never go into. It's like one of my favourite shops in town was Pound Stretcher, but it's now a pure gym.
Okay, basically, the White Rose lacks
That is in no way the same.
a Lego store.
Pound Stretcher was my Disney store, and I'm being deadly serious. I went in there every Saturday to sometimes just to see what was new.
But it's your aversion to going into gyms as well.
Oh no, don't. Yeah, I get a lot of exercise by walking. I walk about 20 miles a week sometimes.
Oh, Daddy.
I've walked about 25 miles this week, but the thought of being inside a gym is so boring to me. I know a lot of you will go inside gyms, but it's not for me to be in a gym. I'd like to be going for a walk in nature.
You can't cage this. Look at it.
So what I was saying is,
Can you imagine this in a gym?
the White Rose lacks a Lego star. And there was that entire space, and I'm like, Leeds United, what are you doing?
You all know.
Lego star.
You all know. If you're not going in the
know
Disney
people will
store,
go in it.
you're going in the Lego store, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's the same people go in those stores.
Or home bargains. Is it time?
It might be time. Might be time.
All right, guys.
I wish I could type
Alright,
my
guys.
recap, but my phone has died.
Yeah.
Louise says, Disney Store was the bribe for going shopping. We went into it every trip. Andrew H says, when I was a kid, I used to love going to the Disney Store. I'm doing that thing. I need to just turn my phone around so I can read what it says. I used to love going to the Disney Store, but always found the greeting at the door both awkward and giggle-inducingly funny.
Oh, I used to have to do that. You know, I used to work at the Disney Store. I used to do an 8-hour shift as a greeter sometimes. I hate it. Well, I didn't hate it. I'm like, can you just give me an hour on the tills? Sometimes I would spend all day Saturday going, hi, you all right? Thank you, bye. Hey, how you doing? And it was like, that was my job.
I just remember you wearing brown trousers.
I did
That's
have to wear.
when we first started going out, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, yeah.
Jen says Disney Store in Dublin
Brown
is
trousers.
fabulous. Disney Store in Dublin is fabulous and making loads of money.
I believe the one on Oxford Street is as well.
Uh,
They're pedestrianising Oxford Street, did you know?
no.
Fun.
Yep. Anyway,
Yeah.
time for bed.
I'm not sure we will make a pilgrimage to it when we go to London in August. I think we'll go to the Disney Store, but maybe not the Westfield Disney Store. But we always do.
I always go to a little shop in Chinatown and get sweets that I like.
You'll have to tell us what they are. We'll get you some.
White Rabbit.
Like,
Oh,
are you kidding?
Oh, there's some ones I don't even know what they're called. They're called like 8.1 or something. I don't know what they're called.
Cool.
8.1.
It's like
Sounds good.
They're delicious. It's like a milk.
They're delicious.
A milk. I like a milky sweet.
8.1.
Sounds
Bye now.
lovely.
All right.
Right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. I have been Lucy. These have been the Rains. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ah, I forgot.